Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports. It's the Washington Mystics. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. Well, the most important part of the Commissioner's Cup, the fact that every team selects a charity that they're playing for.
Each great organization gets a donation. The winning team's charity gets an extra bonus. But really, most importantly, all the charities get some much-deserved recognition, publicity, and some love.
Here we go.
Pass to Ball Queen. Out to the right wing. Here's Russell. Hits the jumper in space. And Washington has possession.
During the 2025 draft, the Mystics took 3 players in the top 6.
Oh, what a base going forward. Shania Cintron went to third, a very skilled wing. The 4th overall pick they had as well. Kiki Iriafen, a dynamic, explosive big. And they also got a point guard, Georgia Amore, with the 6th overall pick.
Pass to Doyle. Shot clock at 6. Ball Queen. And good that time.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
And here's Iriafen. And another miss by Washington.
Still scoreless after 4 shots. They need a bucket.
Pass to Doyle. Over to the left wing. Patterson. And it comes off the front of the rim. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Pass to Austin. Now here's Citron. Screen by Austin. Lets it go from deep. Ball Queen with the rebound.
They got lucky. And the defense has taken a big chance leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Here's the Mystics with the ball. Looking for their first bucket of the game. To the paint. Looking to end the drought. And the layup good by Austin.
You know, she's not going to force anything on offense. Austin plays within the flow of the game, takes smart shots.
To the left wing. Russell with it. Pass to Doyle. She tries for 3. Rebounded by the Mystics.
And one thing teams liked about Kiki Iriafen going into the draft, her athleticism.
Yeah, Kiki was dunking in high school, explosive around the rim. She really improved her all-around game during her college years.
Citron for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing her first attempt.
You give Citron credit for making the hoop, but that was a great feed to set her up as well.
Ball Queen up top, guarded by Austin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Mystics leading.
Outside for Citron. to Iriefin. Scott. That's good, and it's Kiki Iriefin with the assist.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
Here's ball queen. Doyle. Here's Russell. And she can't stop the run as that misses.
Back to Citron.
Three-pointer. Does not find the hole. Her second miss, and she is now 1 for 3. Pass to Doyle. Ball queen. Guarded by Austin. Here's ball queen. And it's Austin with the rebound.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Puts one up from 19. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so the first quarter in the books. Mystics ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And now this. Starting the second quarter and about a minute gone. Now here's ball queen. Guarded closely. Pass to Doyle. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. That one's off. She starts the game with a miss. Here's the Mystics with the ball. They lead by 4. Out to the wing. Now Citron. Misses the J after tricking the D with a nifty pass fake. Out to the wing. Down low. And the basket by ball queen.
Nice accurate pass right into the middle.
And Washington has possession. Beyond the arc. Her first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot attempt.
That's a good look. That is a good look. And she'll make that one most of the time.
Out to the left wing. To Doyle. Puts up the 3. Gets a three-pointer to fall. Tonight's game is part of the Commissioner's Cup. So, guys, what's the biggest motivation for these players in the Cup?
What about the final game grand prize money? Every player in the championship game, whether you win or you lose, gets a bonus. But the winning players are going to get a little bit more. So I would say that's great incentive for them.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Patterson. Here's ball queen. Count that one.
He got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Bledsoe. The way up off target.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Washington Mystics. On Monday, they'll head home to take on the Connecticut Sun. And then on Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting against the Dream in Atlanta.
And for their matchup with the Fever, Well, that one's going to be game number 7 of the year for them. Really starting to get towards the heart of the schedule.
Now here's Iriafen.
Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. It's good from long range.
Great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They're now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Pass to Doyle. Up top, Russell.
From deep. And the rebound goes to the Mystics. To the left side wing. Here's Austin. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here. The Mystics on top. They lead by 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first 2 quarters. The Mystics with the lead.
Pass to Iriafen.
Fade away. Off the left rim and out.
Anyways, that was a nice try to create some space for herself with the fadeaway.
Inside, Anthony. Soft touch off the glass.
He put that lead pass on a platter for her.
And here's Washington. To the inside.
And the basket by Iriafen.
Well, you see how effective Iriafen is inside, especially when she's playing assertive like this.
Pass to Doyle.
And here's Russell. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Ball Queen. And the jumper from down low is true.
Another bucket in the paint. That's just something they have not been able to stop today. And if they want to win this game, they got to figure out how to stop it.
You know, Brian, I think it's time to switch things up on D. What they've got going on right now is not getting it done.
Pass to Russell. Down low. And the basket by Ball Queen.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Now here's Iriafen.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Citron for 3. Drills it from outside.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Ball Queen. Guarded by Austin. To the wing on the left. Pass to Russell. Now Ball Queen. Guarded by Austin. Ball Queen with the miss.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
First round pick back in 2022. What do you like about Shakira Austin's game, Brian?
Well, I love how she uses her length to her advantage. She's 6'5" and doesn't jack up a bunch of threes. Her goal is to own the paint and be physical down low.
The shot, no good. Pass to Russell. Unloads from 13 feet. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here's Washington. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Citron.
Fires from the wing. Ball queen with the rebound.
She had all the space she needed, but just could not find the bottom of the bucket.
Doyle. Pass to ball queen. Patterson. And it's Austin with the rebound. And here's Washington. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Pass to Doyle. Russell. Shakir Austin with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Washington. And she drops it in from the low post.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 5. Anthony. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. From deep three-point range. And we've reached the end of the third. The Mystics on top. Up 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. Hello, and thanks for joining us again. The fourth quarter of play should begin in moments. Now here's ball queen. Defense right on her. Covered by Carrington. They get the rebound. And that's off the glass and in.
Man, they have got to put a body on her because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
Citron for 3. Connects from three-point range.
How about the youngster, Sania Citron? Keeps on scoring it, looking really confident tonight.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Mystics.
They better clear a spot on the bench for her because that's where she's headed if she's going to take shots like that.
And it's going to be the last spot on the bench, too.
Both teams will make substitutions. Today's game counts double. It's not just a regular season game.
This one is part of the Commissioner's Cup as well, so a victory would be twice as nice.
And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets the 3-second calls.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
Yeah, this game could turn even more sour on them if those are the kinds of mistakes they're going to make.
Need better focus.
Pass to Iriafen. Shot from 6. That shot missing.
Didn't come away with points, but they'd be happy if every possession ended with that shot.
Inside. Here's ball queen. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, you simply cannot say enough about her individual performance so far, even if the all-around team effort has been lacking.
To the paint. Scott. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Pass to Doyle. Here's ball queen. Up top, Russell. Second shot opportunity. Ball queen with the miss. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
Up top, Citron.
This one for three. Ball Queen with the rebound. And the shot goes in.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
The Mystics leading. Pass to Austin. And there it is.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Out to the wing. To the left side wing. Here's Ball Queen. No good with the wing jumper. Pass to Austin. And foul called as she misses, and she's going to shoot 2 free throws.
I like how Austin answers the defense's intensity, going right at them.
First free throw is good. And she makes both free throws. Clock at 6. Patterson, guarded by Austin.
And it's Iriafen with the rebound.
It's 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Here's Citron.
Goes back up. And she lays it in.
I love the energy Erie often plays with because that is what allows her to come away with these offensive boards.
So it's the Mystics winning this one easily. And they came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
They
Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports. Facing the Connecticut Sun. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride.
And tonight, we have a pair of teams that highlight the value of strong teamwork. You gotta love it.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, they're two of the best passing teams in the league. The chemistry on both sides is pretty obvious.
And they're also two of the smartest teams. We're not going to see a lot of wasted possessions or careless turnovers here tonight.
Here we go.
Pass to Ball Queen. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
That is a quick foul for her there. The refs are calling it close.
And so here's Connecticut. It's Burton. Outside Reese. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Ball Queen with the rebound. Now here's Russell. Here's the pick. Fires the three.
And it's Angel Reese with the rebound. And here are the Sun.
And about 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Inside. No good with the layup.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Over to the wing. Puts up a three. That's a miss. Her second after 2 shots. Pass to Burton.
Picked by Reese.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And it'll be on Ball Queen.
Well, with how physical she plays, Reese is no stranger to the free throw line.
And the first one falls for her.
Well, it was quite the arrival to the WNBA for Angel Reese, already a top rebounder.
So rare to have a rookie lead the league in a major category like rebounding, but Reese did. Her offensive rebounding is especially key. Angel creates so many second chance opportunities.
It's Burton.
Rivers. And the 3 ball is good.
Fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
Right wing. First quarter ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And she can't answer back the 3-pointer offline. Pass to Burton. From the arc. No good that time. Now here's Russell. Defense right on her. Launches a 3. No good there. The Sun with the lead.
Now Burton. Pass to Morrow.
Fades away. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot attempt.
It looked pretty, but she doesn't need to use the fadeaway when she's that open.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right, their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
Here's Burton to the inside. Rivers. That's in there. Angel Reese with the assist.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Here's Doyle. Pass to Russell. To the left wing, Anthony. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch.
Now Morrow.
And there's a pick.
It's Burton.
Ingram. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Defensively, they have got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, still early, but you're right. They need to bump up the intensity on defense.
Russell with it. Here's Ball Queen. And that's not going to go. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Sun ahead, up by 11. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
Pass to Doyle.
Now here's Ball Queen. That's in, and she found her range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Second chance shot. Got a hand on it. Second quarter of basketball, just over 1.5 minutes played so far.
Pass to Doyle.
Shot clock at 6. 11 feet out. The Sun pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Down low, Burton. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Out to the left wing.
Well, we're just a little bit into the season, but we're getting a good sense of who the standout teams are.
That could change, though. I mean, a lot can happen between now and the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the ups and downs are hard to predict. No question. It could be injuries. It could be trades. There are no sure things this early in the season.
Pulls up, high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's one way she can finish, but far from the only way. She's got all types of tricks up her sleeve.
Pass to Doyle.
To the paint. Here's Ball Queen. And the layup's good off the glass.
She's coming to life after a slow start in the first quarter.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. That one doesn't drop. Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems. I know it's fun to sit back and enjoy watching her operate, and guess what? That's what the D was doing too, just sitting back and watching. Have to be more active.
Pass to Doyle.
Here's Ball Queen. She's tightly guarded. Score the basket, her 4th, and she's only missed 1 of her 5 shots tonight. And the shot is good.
When she gets it in her head that she's going to score, it's very hard for the defense to do anything about it.
And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Sun ahead, leading by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And the second half about to start in just a few moments. We're seeing a great performance by Ball Queen.
She's been a revelation tonight, scoring almost at will in the first half.
Hard to imagine she'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but you never know. It could be a special night for her.
It's Burton. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Rivers. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's Doyle. Pass to Ball Queen. Patterson. And it's Angel Reese with the rebound. It's Burton. Now Reese. Defended by Ball Queen. For three. The shot off that time.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Now here's Russell. Patterson. The second chance effort. And the basket by Ball Queen.
Such a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what she brings to the table.
Outside Reese. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. On Friday, they'll go up against the Sky in Chicago. And then Sunday, they're off to the Bay Area to face off with the Valkyries.
And you know, for that matchup with the Sun, it's the second game of a back-to-back. You know there will be some heavy legs out there playing that much basketball in that short amount of time. It really takes a toll on you.
No good on that one.
Known for her confident and competitive personality, Reese is a reliable forward who contributes in a number of ways.
He hits the second from the line.
They got to be concerned with all the missed shots. Every team is going to go through cold streaks. But when you go through those cold streaks, you have to find ways to stay productive.
Yeah, and the coach might be telling them to try to get to the line, earn some points on some freebies, because sometimes the free throw line can be your best friend when the shots aren't falling from the field.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Pass to Doyle. Anthony. Reese defending. Here's Ball Queen. Rebounded by the Sun.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a hard time getting it going.
And here's Morrow.
From outside the arc.
They get it back.
Back to Reese. For three. That shot off. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Russell. There's the three. It's good from long range.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
It's good.
Great communication between teammates there.
Now here's Ball Queen. Tight defense on her. Here's Doyle. From downtown, Russell with the bucket.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range. They're starting to heat up.
The defense is stepped slow. They've got to take away that airspace.
And there's the pick. Jacks up a three. Drains the three-pointer.
Some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Shoots. With nobody on her, she buries the jumper.
That's what I call pretty passive. timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Timeout called, the Sun.
Looks like the coach saw some things out there that need adjusting, and it's going to take a little time to talk it over.
Yeah, and never a bad idea to use a timeout if there's something that's got you concerned.
Pass to Marshall. Out to the wing. Now Lee. 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Now ball queen. 10 points for her. That shot missing. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Sun on top, up 10. Don't go. Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. There's the steal. In transition, here come the Sun. And Lee gets it to go.
Put herself in a great position to finish that break off.
Yeah, and that right there is just a great read of how the play was developing and where the ball was going.
Such high basketball IQ.
Clock at 6. Here's the 3. It doesn't go for her. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
They should jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Victor pocket. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Sun ball. Timeout called, the Sun. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Burton. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside for Stewart. And the 3 off target. Ball queen with the ball. From beyond the arc, it's not going to go for her. And Connecticut has possession. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Unloads. And again, no good by Connecticut. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Shot to end the cold run. Goes back up. And she sinks the layup.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebounding. Effort.
And so here's Connecticut. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Pass to Reese. And here's Burton. This one for three. Ooh, no luck on that one. Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Anthony. Reese defending. Pass to Doyle.
To the left side wing. Russell. She gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit lead.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
Now Morrow. It's Burton.
Ingram, defended by Ball Queen. Pass to Burton. Rivers. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner. It's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Pass to Doyle.
Shoots a three. The three-pointer is on target. And Connecticut has possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Now Reese.
And she lays it straight in.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to the spurt that they're having.
And why put on the brakes now, Tim? I say just keep on firing.
Man, Brian, you want to run up the score?
Here's Russell. Good on the triple.
She's made an impact with the three-point shot today. And guess what? That's another big one.
Yeah, and that's where she's been getting her points. And with a couple more out there, man, we've really got a ball game on our hands.
It's Burton.
And that's an intentional foul. She hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so she drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Here's Ball Queen.
Well, this game's finally gotten away from them.
It has. There's not really anything they can do.
And it falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And now we've got the intentional foul. And she cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. And that increases their lead to 6. To the wing, right side. Launches it. She's off on that one. And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. The second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. Yeah, what's your take, guys?
Talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into this one.
I'm not sure why they took that time out. It's probably too late.
Out of bounds, it'll be Sun ball. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I understand where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but come on. They're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. This game is over, and I think they're the only ones who didn't realize it.
And we got dinner plans tonight.
No mistakes there, and I think you can close the book on this one, guys.
So we see the Sun taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home.